The inciting incident shifts the character from their comfort zone. It sets the character to the main plot of the story. In fact, once an inciting incident is removed from an already written story, the rest of the story won't make sense anymore. Let's say the plot of your story is about two married couples, and the whole plot of the story is just about their lives, and then there's a point the woman absolutely wants to get a divorce. Now that divorce is the inciting incident because to shock your readers, I mean, these two lovebirds suddenly wants a divorce, and whatever happens after that divorce, like them going their separate ways, it wouldn't have happened if that divorce was not there. So if you now remove that divorce from there, it will look awkward, it will look like there's something missing. And it won't make any sense why they are separating because the divorce part is removed. In this video, you are going to learn how to write an amazing inciting incident. And I'm also going to be answering some questions that are commonly or popularly asked about inciting incidents. Now, to write an inciting incident, the first thing you should note is that your inciting incident could be caused by the protagonist, another character, or a situation in the story. The fact that the woman now wants a divorce is her choice, and it's her that caused that inciting moment or inciting incident. The inciting incident of a story takes the character to a different path, and he also forces them to take actions or risks. Now, the next thing you must note while writing an inciting incident is that the inciting incident of your story is not the hook of your story. Instead, it is part of what hooks your readers to your story. Yes, the inciting incident is actually the interesting part of your story, but it's not the main hook of your story. Going back to the divorce story, yes, a happily married couple that have been enjoying their lives and now suddenly wants a divorce could be shocking to your readers. But that does not mean that it is the hook of the story. The hook of the story could be maybe when the woman was actually filing for a divorce, a lawyer walks up to her and then now tells her, "Hey, madam, your husband is a killer. Run away now." That's actually a hook because readers will be like, is this man's claim actually true? And they'll want to know if her husband is actually a killer. The hook of a story, when removed, will not actually disrupt the plot of that story. If I'm to remove that part, when the lawyer walked up to her and told her that thing, it will actually not disrupt anything. I mean, the woman will just file her divorce and that's it. She just go home, nothing happens, no one tells her husband is a killer and all that. So it's not actually spoiling anything. But in the inciting incident, if you are to remove it, you are actually creating a big disaster because there will be a huge plot hole. Because it'll be like, how did she for like how did they separate? Like it's be like they're enjoying their life and the next thing there is a separation. So like how did it happen? Now this brings us to the next one, which is your inciting incidents must not start in the first line or the first chapter of your story or novel. It is true that some inciting incidents happen in the first line of a novel or the first chapter of a novel. Let's say a man, he started off as him having an incident and he lost his leg through that incident. That is an inciting incident because before he had his two legs, but after the incident, things changed. So that is like an inciting incident. But it's still true that the writer will talk about how that man was before the accident actually occurred and took his leg. Maybe he was doing this online dating stuff and he now has a blind date, like a woman they met online and all this stuff. So it's now they now set a time for them to meet. Maybe that particular day, maybe the second chapter, he now decides to go to buy some things with his car and then he now had an accident and lost his leg. Now he might feel insecure showing himself in front of his blind date. This is the inciting incident. That accident part is the inciting incident. So now the inciting incident happened in the second chapter, not necessarily in the first chapter. So it's okay for your inciting incident to not happen in the first chapter of your story. And this brings us to the next one, which is your inciting incident should happen earlier than later. The inciting incident is actually what makes the story interesting. So if you now put that inciting incident at the ending of your story, I don't know how that would be because the interesting part is supposed to be in front so that your readers can feel interested to continue reading. But if the interesting part is not close enough, it can drive your readers away. The next one you should note is that the inciting incident forces the character to pursue a new goal. Now let's talk about the storyline of the guy who lost his leg. Now, let's say he's an athlete and he loves to run. He has gotten a lot of gold medals in his running career and all this stuff. So, when he now lost his leg, his goal would definitely change to maybe something like him getting an artificial leg or something else. Now, the next one is the inciting incident should cause the reaction of the character. Either the character is surprised or even happy. The protagonist or main character undergoing that inciting incident should actually feel that, hey, something is happening. It should affect them, whether in a good way or a bad way. Don't expect your characters to not react to that particular inciting incident. Also note that your inciting incident must not be a sad one. It could be something very adventurous. Now, the last thing you should know before I get into the commonly asked question concerning inciting incident is the inciting incident is what initiates the main plot of your story or novel. Now, let's get into the questions. The first question is, can a novel have more than one inciting incident? And the answer is yes. If you recall the previous story about the man who lost his leg in an accident, that part is the inciting incident. So another inciting incident would come in as, let's say, the woman he loves was kidnapped and he has to find her, something of that sort. But what I'm trying to say is that yes, it is possible for a story, a novel, actually, it's possible for a novel to have more than one inciting moment. Anything is possible in this life. Now, the next question is, does a subplot have an inciting incident? The subplot is not the main plot of the story. So an exciting incident happening there is actually still possible. So my answer is yes, a subplot can have an exciting incident. But note this, when a subplot have an exciting incident, which means the character facing that exciting incident is a side character, not the main character. Because the main character is in the main plot of the story and the side character is in the subplot of the story. Now, that side character experiencing that inciting incident in the subplot of the story will make that side character very active in the story. So, the thing is that you should just be careful so it won't look as if the side character is taking over the main character's place and then the subplot is now the main plot. Just be careful and make sure that your protagonist is more active than the side character so that their inciting incidents in the subplot will not now overtake that of the main character's own. Now, the last question is, does every book have an exciting incident? And my answer is no. Not every book has an exciting incident. You know why? Because, like I said before, everything in this world is possible. Anyone can do anything. Anyone can write a story without an exciting incident, and it might still appear fine. Although I don't know how it will look like. I don't think I've read any book that doesn't really have an exciting incident. I don't know. So it's possible that a writer could write something like that. So yeah, but I advise you to make sure that there is an exciting incident because it's actually the interesting part of the story. It's part of what keeps the reader going in the story. Now, this is the end of this video, and I hope you found it very helpful. If you did, do subscribe and hit that notification button so you can always get notified whenever I upload helpful videos like this. See you next time.